Wow, imagine him.
Like, mate, while we're on the subject, an old teammate of yours, Olsen Filipaina, has brought out a book, The Big O.
The Arch Bumper. I got 100 great stories about him, mate. He was unbelievable. He used to do a garbage run, and we played on a Monday afternoon, one long weekend, and he did a double shift, and we were playing Cronulla down at Cronulla there, whatever. It's been called Ronson Endeavour. That's why I was mixed up.
Yeah, I don't like.
He walks in with his bloody lunchbox and his blue singlet and his shorts. Said to Frank Stanton, "I don't want to play today. I double shift."
Mate.
Before the game, but they were talking one day we were playing at Leichhardt one day. This bloke, I've never seen anyone hit blokes harder in my life than Olsen Filipaina. Anyway, they were talking about Brad Izzard. Remember when Brad Izzard was young and he played for New South Wales? Anyway, they were doing him up about this young Brad Izzard. Mate, he hit him that hard at Leichhardt one day. I went and got the shovel. I said, mate, just put a bit of dust over him. Mate, he was unbelievable. But one day, and it's in his book too, that Wally Lewis, because none of these guys played in the NRL or in the Australian Rugby League.
He was winning Manly.
Like he was so these guys were like their heroes. Yeah. And Olsen went to him one day to say hello and all that sort of stuff. And Wally just brushed him.
Oh, yeah, bad move,
mate. Oh, mate, we played it. Ever played at Carlaw Park?
Oh, one of the great grounds.
Carlaw, mate, you sink it. You need a boat to get out there, don't you? But it's about that. Anyway, Olsen this day, mate, he ran over the top of him. He bashed him. Mate, all because of a respect thing, because he thought that he disrespected him.
What about Carlaw Park? Wasn't that a menacing ground to go to?
Carlaw Park. You couldn't get away from anyone, could you? Because it was a slop that deep.
It's a real shame, and that the Warriors moved out to Ericsson. If they could redevelop Carlaw Park right in the middle of all,
it's beautiful.
Would have been something.
Right there. Yeah. We played a lot of test matches there. The other thing about Olsen too, like he was there, and we trained down at Coogee. You know those rocks out at the you go out a bit.
Wedding Cake Island.
Yeah, no, not right out there, but on the side of the rocks. He'd go out there and pick sea urchins off the bloody rocks.
And eat them. Not take the spikes off, just eat them all.
Just eat a whole lot. Mate, great fella too. Mate, you know, unbelievable squash and tennis player.
Yeah, Felice told me he's a tennis coach.
Unbelievable. But him when he went to the Roosters, because I think he went to the Roosters after the Tigers, or he went to North Sydney, then went to the Roosters. They reckon him and Arthur Beetson used to have some great topics, squash and tennis.
I don't know if this is might be an urban myth. I don't know, but they say he was the Queensland champion, Arthur, and he was undefeated. And they said, mate, we'll put you up against this kid in Victoria who's a decent player. Yeah. Anyway, it was a tight match, but he beat Arthur, and it was Rod Laver.
I heard that too. Yeah. Arthur was very, very, very good tennis player.
I'm actually
and same as Scott. Even when Arthur was
big
at the end, and was big and heavy and couldn't move, he used to play squash down at East Leagues and just dunk, and he just had that knack. He just always where the ball was. Didn't look like he ran anywhere. They said,
Fletch said he used to play racquetball.
Racquetball.
Get the boys in there. Yeah.
But getting back to the Big O, I was very, mate, most beautiful bloke. You know, real gentleman. I was very quiet, unassuming. I was really, really surprised that he brought a book out.
You're right.
That someone would have convinced him to actually do it, because he's sort of not like that. You know? What a player.
What about those players that, you know, no matter how they go on a club level, get picked in a Origin or Test side and just go through the roof? Bobby Linden was one of those.
When
he was struggling at Parramatta, he'd always play for Queensland and
Brainham.
Dale Shearer, remember the Rowdy?
Oh, Rowdy Shearer.
If you're in reserve grade, and they reckon he'd ring the Queensland coach, say, mate, I'm ready to go.
Queensland had a lot of those.
Not that his club form is bad, but I look at Dane Gagai when he plays for Queensland. I'm going.
Well, 2 men of the series.
Yeah.
He's one.
There you go.
Trevor Gilmore.